Welcome back, cuties. Today I have a book called The Hall of Beasts, and this is written by Mark Shasha, who is actually a family member of my husband's and was always my kids' favorite story when they were growing up. So I want to share it with you. And after I read the story, my son Jack is going to come back and help us learn some animal signs. All right. The Hall of Beasts. It would be a while before the family sat down to eat, so the old man took his granddaughter's hand and led her away from the gathering. "There's something I want to show you, Jenny," he said, pointing across a lonely stretch of beach to a building in the distance. Jenny squinted into the salty wind. "A house, Grandpa?" she said. Her grandpa bent down to whisper in her ear. "Animals," he said. Jenny's eyes opened wide in excitement. She loved animals. "Let's go," Jenny said. They headed across the beach toward the point. There's the house that they're headed to. "It's an old inn," Grandpa said, "once owned by a sea captain. When I was little, I stayed there with my grandfather. One great room had walls covered with a marvelous painting of animals. It was called the Hall of Beasts. I asked the captain how the animals had gotten there. He told me that one day a mysterious man had come looking for a room but had no money. He offered instead to paint the ballroom in return for a place to stay." The sea captain accepted the offer, but then the man said there was something the captain should know. "The animals must never be abandoned," he said, "or they will vanish at the first light of day." The captain agreed to respect the painter's wishes. When the painting was finished, it was called a great masterpiece. The animals were so lifelike that visitors were breathless at the first sight of them. Here's all the people at the inn having dinner. The inn became famous for its extraordinary mural. A mural is a big painting on a wall. As they neared the inn, Jenny could see plainly that the place was run down. Grandpa told her how for many years the inn had been neglected, meaning not taken care of. The roof began to leak and the wood began to rot. The captain then decided to close the inn so it could be repaired. Soon people began to forget about the Hall of Beasts. Jenny and her grandpa reached the old inn. "I'm afraid that tomorrow this building will be torn down," said Grandpa. He took Jenny's hand and led her inside carefully. Slowly, they climbed the stairs. It's very dark. Grandpa opened a pair of heavy doors. The room was completely dark. "Grandpa, I can't see anything," Jenny said. "I'm sure this is the Hall of Beasts," Grandpa whispered. The air was musty and thick. There was just enough light from the open doors for Grandpa to find the heavy curtains that covered the windows. He pulled them aside and light flooded the great hall. "Look!" cried Jenny. "Yes," Grandpa said. "Exactly as Jenny gasped, pointing to a rabbit that hopped from the wall and scurried past them. "Grandpa, the animals are leaving the wall." A seagull swooped overhead. More rabbits hopped by. and then another seagull and another circled the room. Hooves hit the floor as a deer fled past. Grandpa scooped up Jenny as more animals bolted for the door. Out they rushed, down the stairs, out the door, and across the grassy dunes. Suddenly, the walls were empty. There they all go. Where do you think they're going? Jenny and her grandfather could hardly believe what they had seen. Grandpa told Jenny he was certain the animals had returned to some magical place where the painter had first encountered them. But Jenny was not so sure. What does she see there? One of the little rabbits that hopped out of the wall. A mystery. Okay, I'm going to bring Jack in, and we're going to learn some animal signs.
Hello everyone, it's Jack again. Today, I'm going to show you all some animal signs. We're going to start with tiger. That because of all the stripes on his face. Next we have monkey. This is dog. Pretend like you're clicking to your dog. Zebra, which means horse with stripes. Giraffe with a long neck. Bunny. Elephant for their long trunk. Cat. And finally, bear. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Try doing some of those on your own. And we'll have more for you tomorrow. See ya.